Hey, how's it going? So, I'm gonna give you guys a quick down and dirty review of a Washburn Parallaxe guitar. This is it's a PLX200. It is the Honeyburst single cutaway Les Paul style that they sell. In the 2019 catalog for Washburn, they're calling it I think it's L200 or L2, something like that. But the specs look the same, so you can expect something similar. Quick rundown on the guitar, man. Let's get this out of the way. It's a mahogany body, mahogany neck. It's got an ebony fretboard, which I love. The mahogany on the headstock too. It's got a nice little veneer. You can see that there. See, it's a beautiful guitar, really is, and believe me, plays and feels as good as it looks. It has a Buzz Phaeton tuning system on it. So there's Grover tuners on the back. You can see those. See, Grover. See that? I believe that the nut is either a Tusk or graphite. I'm not sure which. This thing will not go out of tune. The only way I've made this thing go out of tune is just by stretching the crap out of the strings. It holds up real well. Sounds great. Feels awesome. I got a really good setup out of it. Had no problems whatsoever. But very happy with it. Moving on down the guitar here, standard strap posts. They're standard, they're not locks or anything like that, but they hold up really well. I haven't had any slippage or anything. Three-way toggle switch, standard. Individual volume controls and a single shared tone control. So one volume for the neck, one volume for the bridge, and a shared tone, which also works as a coil tap for a single coil usage. You get a single coil for either one, or in the middle position you get two running in series. So one thing about the pickups, they do run series on this guitar. They're not parallel. I prefer parallel, but the series, it works too. But it is a Tune-O-Matic bridge. I believe that this is actually an authentic Tune-O-Matic stop tailpiece, stop bar. The pickups are, this is a Duncan 59 at the neck. I find it a touch brighter than a Jazz, but man, it's just as articulate, just as smooth. It's really great. I'm surprised I actually like it. I really do. This is a it's a Duncan Distortion. That's a hot pickup, man. Surprisingly though, it matches really well. This heavy guitar, the dense wood, the mahogany is really deep sounding, and coupled with this pickup, there's this really nice, smooth, woody, almost vocal depth to the sound. It's really nice, and what's really cool is that it's very responsive to rolling the volume back, and you get different types of a different timbre to the sound as you adjust the volume and the tone. Of course, that's something you can do on any guitar, but it really gets a really good effect on this one. I don't use single coils very much. I have a guitar with single coils if I want to play single coils. So I want humbuckers when I have humbuckers, So the coil splitting thing is a kind of a lost feature to me. I don't really care. I don't care if it's there or not. Now, to point out, these pickups are Duncan designed. They're not actually Seymour Duncans, right? Honestly, unless you A/B the guitars and you got a really good ear, you're not going to tell the difference, because they're licensed by Seymour Duncan, so they're approved to be put as like an OEM, and that's really what they are, OEM pickups, but they're done, created or manufactured according to Seymour Duncan specs. Works really well. So that's pretty much the hardware of the guitar. One of the greatest features about this thing that I love this. Look at the contouring on the back. You see this right here? It's a body contour. You'd be surprised how attached you get to that. It makes it really comfortable to hold. Look at the heel contour on this. Look at that. Man, you see how your hand can just fit right on it? Look at that. That's just natural. It just rests right there. This is probably the most comfortable Les Paul style guitar I've ever played. And my favorite is still kind of, I think it's a 78 Les Paul Custom. When I was younger, my cousin had one, and that's kind of what I cut my teeth on a little bit, and that's been like standard ever since that I've judged every guitar to. I would not give this up to get one. So take that for what it's worth. This has been a great guitar. In fact, it has pretty much become my main. Right now I do all my recording with it. Most of my heavier music, like, I mean, I'm an old metalhead. I love arena rock and 80s metal, and I like, you know, the newer stuff too, but that was my kind of favorite era, and this is one I grabbed for all that. So it has definitely been worth it. Now, talking about worth, this guitar cost me $7.99. I got it from Guitar Center. As far as I know, I think they're still the same price. I checked with Sweetwater about 3 or 4 months ago. I believe they had some of these in stock, and I think around the first of the year I might have seen these in stock at Guitar Center too. I want to say that a couple of weeks ago I saw one floating around on Musician's Friend too. Something I want to say, because I've seen a lot of people talk about these guitars, a lot of guitars actually, and you know, they go and buy them off of Amazon. You know, that might not be the best place to buy them. Okay, I know that's a bad thing to say, but buy it from a reputable musical instrument retailer, right? Guitar Center, Sweetwater especially. The Sweetwater is my favorite place, and there's other good places too. Musician's Friend. I think I've bought stuff from Zounds too back in the day, but you know, they seem pretty good. So yeah, just look for places that are, you know, that they carry that logo. They say, okay, we are their retailer, and that's where you want to buy from. Don't buy some off the wall stuff off of Amazon, or I don't even like buying stuff off of eBay or Craigslist or nothing unless I'm doing it in person, and so I can pommel the person if they're trying to rip me off, you know. So anyway, yeah, man, it's a great guitar. I like it. Now, the bad things. There's only one. Probably about an hour and a half after I had unpacked the guitar, I was playing it for like, I liked it right off the bat, man. I really gravitated to this guitar immediately. But pickup selector broke. Second time I used it. It's about an hour and a half in after I was playing it, and I was ticked. But you know, I liked the guitar so much I didn't even want to send it back. Of course, to me that's kind of a minor thing. It's not a complicated thing to switch out, but I've done work like that before. So to me it's not a big thing. I just switched it out myself. It would be pretty inexpensive to get, you know, a guitar tech to do it too, you know. But I mean, I ordered it online from Guitar Center. I could just as easily driven an hour and a half to the nearest Guitar Center and turned it in and told them to ship me a new one. But see, that was the thing. It took me 20 minutes to fix. So, and I had a switch, a good one. I had a good switch. I keep some extra parts for things like that. And that was the only problem I've had. I've had no problem with intonation, tuning, nothing, like I said. Now, one thing I will tell you about is this pickup is hot, this bridge pickup. So when you're playing in a live position, trust me, I know. When you're playing in a live condition, rather, it's going to howl. The second you squelch those strings, man, it's gonna scream on you. Start feedback. It's a high output pickup, so be quick to squelch that volume, or keep your volume off on your net pickup, which I do a lot of times. Just pop that switch up, so to squelch it right away. You move your volume pedal. You can do an AV channel, whatever it is that you do. Just remember, you'll probably need to do that when you get the volume up. So now to golden questions. If I lost this guitar for any reason, would I replace it? Yeah, I sure would, and I'd be ticked if I lost it. Next question would be, I guess, would I recommend it to someone else? Absolutely. And I tell them straight away, I had a problem with the switch. And considering that this is really good hardware on this guitar, I really don't think that they skimped on this intentionally. It would be more logical to just simply guess or assume that it was just something that slipped through the cracks. Actually, I hadn't heard a lot of people have problems with the pickup selectors. In fact, this thing's 9 months old now. I got it early last year, early-ish. Volume pots are still smooth and quiet. They got a nice, a nice firm yet smooth travel to them. The tone control's a little bit looser than volume controls, but it works great, So that really was the only physical problem that I've had with the guitar. So, but I definitely would recommend it to somebody, and I'd mention my switch problem. But as I would tell anyone, the best thing to do is get the guitar in your hands. Go to a music store that has one, or any guitar you're looking for or looking at. Put it in your hands, plug it up, listen to it, use the controls, listen to the, see if there's dirty pots, or if there's popping noises, or if there's bzz sounds, or if there's hum coming from it. If you touch the guitar, it's still making a humming noise. Well, there's definitely a grounding problem. If you let off of the guitar and it starts humming, that just means that it's not shielded, or the control cavity probably isn't shielded. There needs to be a conductive material. Build a Faraday cage is what it is. But anyway, that's it, man. Hope it helps. Give you an idea on making a good decision. So, you guys have a good one. Cheers.